So you may have been diagnosed with gastritis and you could be wondering, what foods can I avoid to make sure it doesn't come back or I don't get gastritis? Well, in this video today, I'm going to give you the top 5 foods I recommend to avoid today to help out with your gastritis. Guys, let's talk about food. Howdy y'all, Dr. Samir here, gastroenterologist, aka your poop guru, trying to give you the best tips and tricks to help out with your health. If you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button, like, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. Gastritis is such a difficult problem for a lot of my patients to have, and they're often wondering what foods can they eliminate or avoid to help out with gastritis. In this video, I'll give you the top 5 foods I recommend. So gastritis is inflammation of the stomach that can be due to any number of different reasons, but the top 3 reasons I've seen in my practice include number 1, stress, number 2, certain foods, and number 3, certain drinks. And we know there's a connection between what we eat, what we think, how we manifest our stress, and our gut issues. And let's talk about exactly what to avoid. Food number 1 is alcohol. Yes, alcohol. I know people like this. I know people enjoy it. I know people want to have a glass of red wine and I just sip and relaxing. But there's 2 main reasons why alcohol can cause issues with your gut. Number 1 is the direct effect of alcohol. Alcohol, as soon as it goes into your stomach and splashes, that in of itself can cause a lot of irritation to occur. In fact, we have a medical term for irritation in the stomach called alcoholic gastritis. And so we see so much inflammation from the direct effects of alcohol. It can cause a lot of inflammation, erosions, ulcers, all sorts of redness and terribleness going on. Wait, is there a word called terribleness? I don't know. I just made that up, but that's okay. But the second reason is that the components of alcohol can also make your gut issues work. So whenever you have beer, for example, beer is not just made up of alcohol. It has wheat, sugars, carbohydrates, gluten, items like that. And these other items, in addition to alcohol, can make gut issues a lot worse for you. It can cause bloating, distension, diarrhea, upset stomach. And so it's a double whammy, boom, boom, against your GI tract. The direct effects of alcohol and the components of the alcohol drink, which is why one of the first things I recommend for my patients is to try to eliminate or minimize their alcohol. It's the same thing we do with fatty liver as well. We try to eliminate or minimize alcohol as much as we can. Number 2 is processed foods. Guys, come on. Just the name processed foods does not sound appealing at all. And there's no way that can be healthy for you. So foods like fast foods, junk foods, foods that you get in a can, foods that you can get in a drive-through, foods that are not made. There's no way, shape, or form they're good for you. They have artificial sweeteners, artificial ingredients, they have pesticides, and most of the things that makes it so yummy and so tasty are just not made for your gut. It can make things a lot worse. Though you may taste it and eat it, and it feels so good, I can tell you, an hour from now, you're gonna feel so much worse. And whenever we eliminate processed foods in my patients, the change is dramatic. They feel better, their skin is better, they have more energy, they don't feel as tired or fatigued. And the simple process of eliminating those bad foods can really make a difference in how you feel and your overall health. Food number 3 is dairy. Now, I am not the person that is gonna tell you that dairy all around is bad for you. There is no clinical evidence for that, and the people that tell you that may not know exactly what they're talking about. But there is a good percentage of people that are lactose intolerant and they don't realize it. I myself, I was lactose intolerant. In fact, I am. And so I noticed this because I started to have a lot of bloating, gas, distension. It was weird. I was like, what the heck is going on? I have a stomach of steel, or I did. But then I realized that dairy, or specifically lactose, was a problem for me. And a lot of people don't get this until later on in life. And so once I eliminated those dairy products, I felt so much better. A lot of my gut issues went away. And this is one of the key things we can do to help out with your gastritis, is to minimize or eliminate dairy. And if you like dairy, try to go to lactose free or try a lactate pill, because this may be another option if you enjoy that yummy ice cream or that sundae or that milk. Sometimes it's too hard to give up. Number 4, gluten. Oh, yes, the infamous evil gluten. Oh, now, I'm gonna tell you the truth about gluten. I am not one of those at all that's going to tell you that gluten is terrible for you. Everyone needs to eliminate it. There is no clinical evidence for that. And I'm sorry, the people who tell you that, they're not the experts. They didn't spend 3 years studying gastroenterology. They may have taken a course and gotten some sort of certificate. Now they're experts. They're not a trained gastroenterologist. Having said that, gluten sensitivity is real, and there are a good number of patients that actually have an autoimmune reaction called celiac disease. Now, celiac disease is an autoimmune reaction in which your body actually attacks itself by ingesting gluten. We can see this in 2 different ways. Number 1, we can check blood testing, and number 2, we can check with endoscopy. We can actually have objective evidence that you have celiac disease. Very different from non-celiac gluten sensitivity, which is an actual real condition. These are patients that have almost the exact same symptoms as patients who have celiac disease. Bloating, distension, diarrhea, brain fog, joint pain, all sorts of gut issues whenever they ingest gluten. But, yes, but, as in, but doctor, yes, oh yes. But we cannot have any objective evidence for that. There's no blood testing, there's no endoscopy, everything is normal, but they still have those symptoms. That is a real condition. Having said that, again, one more time, when you piece out those people that have non-celiac gluten sensitivity, they actually have an issue with number 5, which is fructose, the 5th thing I recommend to eliminate if you have gastritis. So when you look at people who have non-celiac gluten sensitivity and you piece out their diet and you give that same group gluten only and gluten with fructose, those who have gluten with fructose actually have worsening symptoms versus those that just have gluten only. They actually don't feel that bad if they have gluten, which tells me and tells a lot of people that if you're having gluten issues or you're gluten intolerant, which is actually a real condition, you actually may be more fructose intolerant. And so look for things on your label like high fructose corn syrup, fructose, or artificial sweeteners. These are sweeteners that give that yummy taste to the food, but they're easily processed, easily made, and they are in a lot of ingredients that we have. So the 5 foods I recommend to avoid: number 1, alcohol; number 2, processed foods; number 3, dairy; number 4, gluten, maybe, but definitely number 5, fructose. And if you do this, I think your gastritis will get better, and hopefully you'll start to feel a lot better as well. Guys, I want to thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to smash, like, share, all that jazz. I look forward to seeing you guys on future videos. And hey, if you want more videos just like this one on what you can do for gastritis, I'll put a link on the very end of this video on what you can do to help out with your gastritis. But guys, thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Take care. Just the name processed foods does not sound appealing at all. And this isn't it. Though you may taste it, it feels so much. Though you may taste it, it feels. Oh, sometimes it's too hard to get. Gluten sensitivity is real, and they're in. Now, celiac disease is an autoimmune reaction, and they're in a lot of ingredients that we would. And they are in a lot of ingredients. Yeah.